So as President Trump doubles down on keeping America safe from narco-terrorist drugs, Democrats in Congress deny it even exists.
Most narco traffickers are not in those boats. They pay people to do that, and usually people who are not significantly involved with narco trading. It's the way they make money.
This is not who we are. This is not America.
People on a boat in the middle of the Caribbean carrying cocaine are not a direct threat to the lives of our service members or Americans.
There is no such thing as a narco-terrorist.
I mean, what are they talking about? Our next guest served as acting DEA administrator under President Trump. Derek Maltz joins us now. Mr. Administrator, I watched this hearing, and I'm looking at these Democrats continue this nonsense, but we have direct intelligence that tells us they're killing Americans. Why can't they see that?
LJ, good to see you again. I mean, look, Venezuela has evolved into a command and control hub of massive drug trafficking around the world, not just to the U.S. The dictators, the corrupt leadership, the cartel de los soles is one of the most dangerous terrorist organizations in the world right now, impacting America. The families in this country are losing record amounts of children. We're under a chemical war, and the Democrats and people in America should pay more attention to what's happening on the streets of this country and the devastation in our communities. So these guys are operating like Al-Qaeda, ISIS, Hezbollah. So how would the Democrats want us to handle those terrorist organizations who are killing Americans at record levels? We've never had terrorists kill this many Americans. So it's really mind-boggling, LJ, and I applaud the effort of the Secretary of War, of the administration, because they are pulling together this giant, powerful force of good to defeat the evil that's destroying our future generation. It's that simple.
You know, Derek, maybe they haven't met with families like we've had the opportunity to do. I mean, one family I met with, all three of their sons died of poisoning. Not from an overdose, but because they thought they were taking a Xanax, and it was laced with fentanyl. And we got numbers from the DEA, from your agency that you used to work. Almost 50% of all of the drugs are now laced with fentanyl. But they don't seem to get that either.
LJ, the DEA, through December 1st of this year alone, working with their partners, seized 45 million fake pills, 9,000 pounds of this poison that would have been in the streets of America. If you'll do the math, the potential, they say, DEA, it could have killed 347 million people. The bottom line is we're in a chemical war. We've been in this war for many years. China's fingerprints, the Chinese criminals are pushing this deadly substance. And by the way, LJ, just to be clear, we're not just talking about fentanyl. We're talking about synthetic opioids that are way more powerful than fentanyl, carfentanil, nitazene, adenitazene, metanitazene. And guess what? We are in a war. So our Department of War is trying to keep Americans safe. Our president's trying to keep Americans safe. I don't really understand why anybody would actually speak out against that. Doesn't make sense. So if they're terrorists, they need to be held accountable, and this administration is finally holding them accountable. The last 4 years was a disaster. The bad guys took total advantage of the wide-open border. We have all these ghost criminals in America, and the Democrats are now going after our Department of War and these brave men and women on the front lines that are trying to keep us safe. It makes no sense, and I hope it continues, and I'm looking forward to more and more progress. Actually, what we need to do, LJ, is we need to educate these kids, and we have to have an aggressive education campaign. And DEA just released the Fentanyl-Free America. They're going to be working with Sarah Carter, the new drug czar coming into America, who's going to go after the kids and educate them because they have no idea what they're taking, and they're being deceived to death at record levels. So we have to start with a very aggressive demand program. We have to get people the mental health services that they need. They get to get access to the addiction medication and the treatments. But we have to hold everyone accountable, and that's what this government is doing right now.
I totally agree, and you've been out front on this. I only got a few seconds left, but I want you to weigh in on this. Apparently, the United States has quietly extradited 55 cartel leaders from Mexico to high max security prison in U.S. You were there when they arrived in February. How significant is this in our fight against drug crossing the border? And how would this be able to save lives?
So, LJ, great question. I was there in Dulles. It was an historic day. Kiki Camareni's killer, Rafael Caro Quintero, went to New York. We had 29 on one day, historic. No, it's never been done before. And these aren't like just small-time distributors. We had the Los Zetas leaders, Z40, Z42. They got off the plane. It was such a cool day for me as the acting administrator, so proud of America, proud to work with the Mexican government, and the president of Mexico, Omar Harfouch, did the right thing and sent these bad guys to America, and they did another 26 in August. So this is historic. So those that don't think this administration cares about prosecution, this administration took, working with Mexico, 55 very high-level bad guys into America that are going to face justice. And they're also going to cooperate and identify more and more corruption, more and more, key information about how these narco-terrorists are working. So it's outstanding news, and I'm very proud of the government for doing that kind of job.
And we are, too, here at home as well. Derek, it's good to see you, brother.
Thank you, LJ.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.